Heidi ho, my crafty friends. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. So today we are going to work in our planner and we are going to get May organized. So I've been sitting here piddling here in my May planner. And instead of drawing a calendar, I want to kind of write it out here. That's what I want to do. So, you know, May's going to be a busy month. So I thought what I would do is I'm just going to write out what we're going to do. It's going to be that simple. So we're just going to write write May. And then we're just going to write the numbers. How about that? Can't get any easier than that, can you? So how is everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. While you watch me write out numbers. We'll just chat. I hope everybody's doing well. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them all on here now that I think about it. I hope you've had a chance to play in your journals and create, or at least get outside in some of the lovely weather that we've had. We have had beautiful weather here in Southwest Pennsylvania. We actually had crazy hot weather yesterday. It hit 90. And it was so stinking hot. I just had some seedlings sitting outside, getting some sun and, trying to get them acclimated to the, just to being outside. Now, they've already been, they're already ready to go in the garden, but it's still a little bit early for them. So I can't really put them in the garden yet because it's still a little early for them to go. So they're not in their pots yet. Like the only thing I can really put in my garden yet is like broccoli, lettuce, beets, things like that. Things that can handle the colder temperatures. So I had some lettuce sitting out ready to go into the bed. And oh my gracious, it was so hot. My poor lettuce went from standing up straight like this to whoop. So I had to bring it in to the shade and just soak it with cool water, because it was just too hot for it. I couldn't even plant it yesterday. Now the broccoli did okay. Surprisingly, the broccoli did okay. So I was really surprised. Okay, so I'm just filling in here. What's the videos that are going to go out. So there's on May the 1st, there'll be a video that's just a small beginner's project for a craft fair and Mother's Day. And I think May the 1st is on a Thursday. I actually need my big calendar. Here it is right here. Let me grab it. Okay. Because I need to fill in. Here it is. For 25. Okay. So Mother's Day is right here. So Mother's Day is right here. Is May the 11th. Okay? So just so you all know, May the 11th is Mother's Day. Now, Memorial Day in the U.S. Memorial Day for the United States, for those of you that are in the U.S. with me, is right here. Those of you that are in the UK, I think you all celebrate Victoria Day. That's the 19th. So I will also mark it on here. For those of you, I think I have a few of you that are in the UK. And in Canada, I think I have some of you that are in Canada. So that's Victoria Day and that's Memorial Day. Now, my calendar doesn't have anything for the UK. It just has Victoria Day on it. And then next to it, it says Canada. Now, Mother's Day, it says for the U.S. and Canada, is the 11th. So these are, for the U.S., our two big days are Mother's Day and Memorial Day. Okay, now Armed Forces Day is the 17th. Now, I'm going to mark that. Okay, so the project that's coming out on May the 1st, you could, when you see that, you could make any of those small projects. And when you see this, when you see the video, you'll understand. Applicable for Mother's Day, Armed Forces Day, Memorial Day, graduates, for travels to the beach, anything like that. And when you see the project, you'll understand what I'm talking about, okay? But this is specifically for March. Now, for me, I am going to plant in my garden, and this has absolutely nothing to do with my channel, but this is when I will be starting another garden journal. I will be starting another garden journal about the end of the month. Hopefully. Okay? And it will be different from the garden journal that we have already done. Now, on Monday the 5th, we will be starting our Alice in Wonderland journal. Okay, we're going to be starting that. And that is going to be taking us, that will take us most likely through the 20th. Now, it is a Monday, and usually we do beginners projects on Monday. This is beginner friendly, so you'll be able to see, so beginners, this will be something that you can take with you to start any kind of journal. Even if you're not going to do Alice, the way that we're going to do Alice will be a good way that you can start any type of journal. So this will be a good one for you that you can do. So videos for May, and I will write that right here for you. Videos for May will come out on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Mondays will be the beginner series. Okay. Sunday, we're going to have in May, our Sunday series is going to be called the Quick and Easy. It's just going to be a quick and easy, something quick and easy. 30 minutes and go. Maybe we'll just call that. Okay. I think that's going to be the name. I don't know. It's going to be something easy to do. So Alice is going to be out on, you'll see Alice on Monday, Tuesday, and then, let's see, this is Wednesday. On Thursday, we will probably work in this journal here, which is our scrappy journal. Let's see, Monday, Tuesday, this will be the scrappy journal. Thursday. Yeah, this is Saturday. Thursday, this is Friday. Saturday will be Alice. Sunday's Mother's Day. Monday will be Alice. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay. Tuesday will be Alice. Thursday will be Scrappy. Scrappy or Grandma's Attic. And then Saturday will be Alice. Sunday, Quick and Easy. Now, since this is Mother's Day, there most likely will be no video. There may be a video on Sunday. On Mother's Day, I don't know for sure. It depends on what we do. Okay. Okay, so Monday is Alice. Okay, and now then we're going to be starting the garden journal. Now, the Scrappy journal, we can work on just as you want to work on it. You can work in the Scrappy journal. You know, you don't have to. When I stop working on a journal, I don't put it away and say I'm done with it, because you've seen me come back to that little Reader's Digest with the butterflies on it. You've seen me come back and forth to it. So if you don't see me pick this back up for a little bit, I'm not done with it. It's just sitting on my desk because I've picked up another project, or I'm looking for something that I want to put in it, you know, that draws my interest, or I'm just looking for a fun pocket that I want to put in it. Or maybe some fun ephemera that I want to put in it. So if all of a sudden this drops off the playlist, it's not because I've put it away and I'm never going to work in it again. It's because I'm looking for something fun that I want to put in it. That's how all my journals that are on my shelves, and I've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 24. I've got 32 journals sitting over here to the left side of me above my head. And only 5 of them are marked that are completed. Only 5 of the 32. Because I work in them all the time. You know, if I find something fun that I want to put in them, or maybe that I want to make, then that's what I do. So then we'll start on this garden journal, and we'll start on it. And who knows, we might pop in some small project with that garden journal, especially with Memorial Day, like a small beach project or something like that. So you guys tell me, would you like to do a small beach themed project? Or would you like to do an ephemera themed project? And I'm going to write that down here. So would you like to do a beach themed project? Or would you like to do, and I'll put maybe something on the page where you'll see it pop up that you can vote. Maybe a beach theme project, or a travel, or something about summer that maybe we can do maybe for June, or just as a small project. You guys tell me something that you would like to do, and then we can do it. Because summer's coming, and I know everybody gets busy, and I know everybody says, you know, I don't have time to make big projects. So what would you like to do? Would you like this to be a small project, or would you like to continue making larger projects? So you tell me. or maybe just make some covers for journals, but not actually fill them. Just make the covers and then set them aside until later. So we'll make the covers of them and then we'll put them aside until later. So those might be the things I put there to vote on. So this is going to go into my my little planner. Now the days that I don't have anything written down, I'm still working on those days because I have to cut out all the ephemera for these, and I'll be using my my cutter. I'll be using my hands. I'll be getting things ready to go, to get sewn in. I'll be cutting paper. I'll be doing all kinds of stuff to plan for this journal. It's just that videos aren't getting made on those days, but I still have to do a lot of prep work to get those videos made. And the same for the Scrappy Journal and Grandma's Journal. I still have to get paper cut and all that stuff. I'm just not filming videos. And then when I get ready to come down here for the Garden Journal, it's the same thing. If I'm not filming Alice, I have to prep that. And on some days, I have to do both of them. So now, how am I going to keep this handy so I don't lose it? Well, because I lose this all the time. All the time. Well, I've got a little pocket made here. And what I want to do is I want to put it like this so it's a tuck. And I want to tuck it back here. So I want to put this, I want to put that there. Let me get a hold, where'd my glue go? So I want to do it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to glue this and this down, okay? And then I want to take this piece and I want to be able to put, so this is going to get folded back up like this. And I want this to tuck back here like this. Maybe. Okay, so I want it to go like that. I might have to fold it up smaller. I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to have to fold it up smaller. But I want it to tuck behind there. And then I'm going to glue the strawberry piece. I'm going to glue it down the side and over, just over enough that it comes onto over here. So it's going to come down this way and over, and then it's going to be a tuck. So I'm going to do the strawberries first. Now I'm not going to go all the way across on the bottom of the strawberries. Well, yeah, I guess I could. I could. Because I'm going to go on and glue this down. Okay. Now let's bring this over a little bit. Okay, now I think I'm going to have to fold this a little smaller. Now on the back of it, on the back of this paper, it's got grids. So I can use that when I'm planning out Alice. I can use it when I'm planning out my garden journal. And I do like to do that when I'm planning things out. I do like to write things down. It helps me kind of see things in my brain. Okay. I think that might be small enough. Oh, yeah, that's going to work much better. And it fits on the page much better. Much, much better. Yeah, and I don't mind if it sticks up. I don't mind that at all. Okay, so in here is a tuck. Right here is this tuck. Now, in here, I can make myself other notes if I need to. Like, I could use this and tuck in here. Like that. So, for the garden journal, I could take my black pen. Now, I also have my washi tape down here. I just have to get a hold of it. Well, like I said, I got to get a hold of it. That matches that. And I'm just going to run. Now, this washi tape is really, really old. I mean, this was like the very first washi tape I ever bought. So it's probably close to 5 years old. And like so many of my other supplies, I hoard it, you know, because, well, it was my first and I don't want to use it all. Okay. Now I want to wrap it around the back. Now, what I'll do is I'm planning my garden journal. I'll write notes on this little piece of paper. And then Alice, I'll write probably back there because I've got I think I know what we're going to do for Alice. I've got the book separated there. So this will be, I'll remind myself here, garden journal. Okay, so that'll remind me. Now for Alice, I'll show you. I will show you the things that I have here for Alice. Let me get this glue here. Now let me put this away. Now this will get used maybe for Alice. I have polka dots that I also want to use for Alice. I have these little polka dots. I really like these, and so I think we might use those for Alice. So here's Alice. Oh, that's not Alice. There she is. So this is everything for Alice. I still have to get out my die cutting machine and do some die cutting, and I most likely will do that today so I can start filming. So here's some of the die cuts. Here you can see that one. Here she is on the little teacups. Here, well, you can't even see those, so let me get this out of here. Oops. Oh goodness. Here's the little, it's the little bunny rabbit. And this one, oh my goodness, come here you. There. That one's the one with the little hat. You know, he's the little Mad Hatter. He's got a little teacup in his hand. So I'm hoping these die cuts cut well, especially Alice, because I need to cut her and the teacups in separate colors. And that's going to be an adventure. That one's going to be an adventure. So I found these papers here. I've had them for quite some time. And some of them are a little dark and gloomy. But I think some of them will be okay. You know, I don't know why in the world they had to make Alice. I mean, she's a children's story, so I don't know why in the world they had to make her so dark and gloomy. But some of them, now this one is just so stinking cute. And if I don't use it in this book, I will use it in the garden journal because I really like that one. And I think that one is really cute. And here she is through the looking glass, and that one goes really well with our book title. And this one is really cute. And I like this one. Now, this is the only time I've seen a queen that she's not mean and grumpy. You know, usually the queen she's grumpy. And this one's kind of cute. So far, these aren't bad. Now, you could get another version of these, and they were just, oh my gracious, they were hateful looking. But, you know, I don't do the mean Alice. I think that one is just precious. Now this one of Tweedledee and Tweedledum, I think they are so cute. You know, when I asked my sisters, I have 3 sisters, and I asked them, had, you know, any of them read Alice in Wonderland? And they looked at me like I had 6 heads, you know, when we were kids. And I asked my best friend, Kimmy, had she read it? And she said, no, it was too scary. And I said, I agree. It was very scary. So I also got these rub-ons. And I got these at a variety of places. This is Graphic 45. So this stuff has been bought all over the place. And it's been bought for months. Months and months and months. Like some of it even last year. And I was contacted at one point and somebody said, I would like to buy your book when it's completed. And I told them, it's going to be a while. That's okay. I'll wait. These are the rub-ons. That's the queen I was telling you about, that they always make quite grumpy. And I think that's because in the original story, she's quite grumpy. So I thought, oh, well, good. My book is, you know, going to be sold. Well, then they contacted me back and said, never mind. You know, I found one that's already finished. So this book will be for sale. And then there are these rub-ons. Now these are from Graphic 45, and Graphic 45 you can get through Amazon. And I don't know if scrapbook.com carries Graphic 45 or not. I think they do. So there are 2 pages of rub-ons in the Graphic 45, and it's called the Curiouser and Curiouser Rub-On Set. And it comes with that little stick. I just use my bone folder to put them on. It's just a lot easier on your hands. Yeah, I should have known better. And to take this whole piece out. There we go. Okay, and then this is also Graphics 45. And I've got the paper cut and ready to go. And they come with, I think I've already showed you this paper. It's double-sided paper. It's 8 by 8. And you get 2 pages per 2 or 3. Oh, it must be 3. Let's see. Yeah, you get 3 pages of each design. Yeah, because there are 3 of those. And these are little cutouts that you can use. And then you can also use the edging. If you cut out these edges, you can use them like washi tape strips. And there are 2 here. There's 1 down here. And then over here, there are 2 different ones. And then this is a piece from the front that I fussy cut around to give me these smaller pieces. And it came from this piece. It came from this piece. And then these are like the ones I originally showed you. Okay, and then the book, I've showed you the book before. I did get the book cleaned, the hardcover book. I got the spine cleaned. Whoops, somehow. I got the hardcover spine cleaned, and it is free of mold. So I think what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do, oh, let me show you this here. This has got a lot of cutouts, and it's got this is some vintage, just some old vintage prints in it that I bought someplace else. I don't even remember where. And then from Graphics 45, the Curiouser and Curiouser set, I also got the ephemera assortment. And then here's some other ephemera that, like I said, I've had some of this for eons. I think like last year. So there is plenty of ephemera for pockets and stuffing pockets and, you know, having this book nice and full. And this is actually the title of the book, Alice's Adventure in Wonderland, that we have. So we have lots of ephemera that we can use for pockets, that we can stuff pockets with, we can decorate pages with. We have little tiny tags. We have these little things we can make for tabs on pages. Plus, we can make our own ephemera. I have ideas for our own ephemera with playing cards. So, you know. And then in here, somebody sent me these little stickers. Alice in Wonderland stickers. That was the top of it. And I think in here is where that stuff was folded up as. And I love this paper that this was wrapped in. So I kept it. I don't know what we're going to do with it, but I thought, well, I'm not going to, that's what this ephemera was wrapped in. I thought, well, I'm not going to get rid of it because you never know. We might use it for something. So I've been keeping all this in here so I don't lose it. So we have tons of stuff for Alice to use. Now, to look at the book here, here's our book. And I have it all taken apart. The pages are separated. And it has some fabulous, fabulous pictures in it that I want to use. It is a very small spine. Very small. Out here, this is all cleaned up and ready to go. But this is so wonderful. Look at that. Look how colorful that is. So I'm trying to decide, do I want to use this and make this the cover, or do I want to stick with this? So I'm going to let you guys decide. You guys tell me. For Alice, do we use the original book, this, and that's what the front looks like, and that's the inside, okay? Or do we use this? Do we use this? Now, I had thought of trying to make this go on here, somehow or another. If I cut this picture and put it on here, size-wise, going from the green to the edge, if I go from here to here, it will fit. So we could do that. Yeah, we could make this picture. We could take this picture off if we cut along the line of the green and make it fit on here. If that's, you know, what we choose to do. So so you guys tell me what you think we should do. I need to put these, and then I found some little number stamps. Now, I'll use those whether we use them for Alice or not. You guys tell me what you would like, what you think. Because right now, I don't need to, you know, I'm not in any hurry on the cover. I still have other things I need to cut out, and I need to get together, you know, I need to get out my other cutting machine and stuff to do that today. But I do need to decide what size this book is going to be so I can get my papers together. So right now, the cover stands at, it's our basic 8.5 inch tall and 5 3/4 inches wide. But our spine is very small. So it would be a very small book. It's only an inch spine. So maybe 2 signatures in it. Where this, we could put maybe 3 signatures in it. You know, we could get away with 3 because it's a soft page. It's very soft, of course. It's the wrap. And we could leave all of this. You know, we could leave all of this. Now, this book was, you know, it says Barnes & Noble up here, but we could put something up here to cover that, or we could leave it. And I would cover this down here with a piece of the ephemera, but I would leave this, and I would leave the picture, or cut that out and put something else there, so that I could use that picture, because I don't want to get rid of that picture, and I don't want to get rid of the bunny rabbit. So, you know, or I would just leave it. I could just leave it like it is and just say, you know, that's the way it came. So that's just kind of the way that, you know, we are right now. But a decision does need to be made so that we can move forward on it. So you guys tell me what you think. And, you know, these are all the signatures right here. This is everything. And this is what it would look like. That's what it would look like. So in a hardcover book, without making it a gator mouth, that's what it would look like. Okay? So I'm thinking 2 signatures, because, you know, there's going to be a lot in there. But in here, easily, I could do 3, because I could spread it out a little bit more. And being a soft cover, it could easily, you know, be 3. Because I can make it 3. So, there we go. There's Alice. So we've got May planned for that. And Alice is going to be our big project. And we're going to see how far we get with... Oh, I got the hiccups. How far we get with her. So you guys let me know what you think on the cover. And I will get started on getting things cut out so that we can use them and see how we go and finish getting the pages planned and maybe getting some pages folded and see what we're going to do with this this cardstock that we have. And I'm thinking we're going to be using that for pockets and things like that. So if so, I want to be getting some of that cut. And I'm also going to be using some of that in the cutters in my, you know what I mean. So thank you for stopping by the craft table to see what's happening today. I'm really glad you did, and I'm so glad that you joined me. And I hope that you come back and join in the project with Alice in Wonderland and, you know, see what the happening progress is. And I hope that you join in. If you haven't made an Alice project, I hope that you do, because it's interesting, I think, how it goes. So until I see you again in our next video here at the Ladybug Journals, ta-ta for now.